Chapter 10, Energy Balance, Weight Control, and Eating Disorders, Screencast 9. This is the last screencast for Chapter 10, and this will be the last of the eating disorders that we'll be addressing. This is known as binge eating disorder, and remember, this is not binge purge, this is binge eating. This is considered eating large amounts of food, both frequently and rapidly, until feeling uncomfortably full, even when you're not hungry. Quite often it's done alone because these individuals are embarrassed. Obesity and binge eating are not necessarily linked, so that's something important to keep in mind. Frequent dieting that begins in childhood or adolescence may be a precursor to the development of binge eating disorder. Other things that can actually trigger a binge are stress, depression, anxiety, may actually come from dysfunctional families. Obesity and binge eating disorders are not necessarily linked. About 8% of those who are obese have binge eating disorder. That accounts about 2 to 5% of all North Americans. Frequent dieting may be a precursor to the development of binge eating disorder. Stressful events and feelings of depression or anxiety can trigger binge eating, as well as other emotions. Some characteristics are like bulimia nervosa, but not all of them, so we don't want to confuse the two. Generally, binge eating disorder will be treated, it's not unsuccessful without professional help. Nutrition therapy is the same as with bulimia nervosa. Psychological therapy helps with identifying emotional needs and expressing emotions in a healthy way. Self-help groups aim to help with recovery. In some situations, antidepressants may also be prescribed. Now, you may have heard of something known as other specified feeding and eating disorders, and these are subclassified as OSFED. So these are subtypes. This diagnosis is used if not all the criteria is met for what are considered to be diagnostic psychological disorders. Other related conditions include muscle dysmorphia. This is characterized by an excessive concern that one has underdeveloped muscles. Orthorexia. This is an extreme concern about healthy eating. And then we have pregorexia. This is a term describing women that decrease calories and exercise obsessively to control the weight gain that is normal during pregnancy. Now, when we look at the prevention of eating disorders, a couple of general patterns and things to keep in mind. Really try to discourage restrictive eating, meal skipping, and fasting. Encourage children to only eat when they are hungry. Promote good nutritional behaviors and regular physical activity. Promote eating regularly together as a family. Provide information about the normal expected changes that occur as someone goes through puberty. Correct any perceived misconceptions about food and eating behaviors. Carefully phrase weight-related comments. These can have a lot of negative consequence to adolescents. And don't overemphasize numbers on a scale. Increase acceptance of self. Now, dealing with coaches and athletes, encourage coaches to be sensitive to weight and body image. This has been a real issue if we go back and historically look at sports where weight is a major concern, such as gymnastics, figure skating, and those just as an example. Make sure that they understand that thinness is not associated with athletic performance, and it actually may be detrimental due to not having the muscle mass necessary for athletic performance. Enhance tolerance for diversity, encourage normal expression of emotions, build environments that are respectful, and provide some level of independence, choice, responsibility, and self-accountability.